Not good enough, still no first half goal. Germany will need to accelerate again in the second half to make sure, because they are vulnerable. As long as it's goalless here, they are vulnerable to something happening in that Mexico-Sweden game. But let's remind ourselves of what has or indeed hasn't happened in the first half here.
बाजी चलेगी तन के जैकेट लौंडा बन गया माइकल निकल निकल प्रमोशन इनकी चल रही मोटरसाइकिल सीधे साधे बबुआ का टाइम आ गया जबर नौनो बन के आया बालक पूरे शहर को हो गई खबर ठंडी की चमचम में डल गया रुपये का चेना
अब इंडिया होगा फिदा स्टाइलिश न्यू हीरो पैशन बोल्डर डिजाइन फास्टर 110cc इंजन स्मार्टर i3s टेक्नोलॉजी नया हीरो पैशन जमाना होगा फिदा।
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, म्यूजिक की तरह म्यूचुअल फंड्स में भी ऑप्शंस होने चाहिए नहीं?
in this group, in which Mexico have been one of the surprise packages of the tournament. You could put Croatia in that bracket as well, maybe even England. Hector got it away for Germany. Let's see if there's a slightly different approach from them. Ozil missed out in midfield, and this time Neuer can get behind that effort from Tom. Done a good job coming into that midfield today. Wasn't his most convincing in that first half was Manuel Neuer when he was called upon. Across to Niklas Süle, and Kimmich seeing a lot of the ball as ever on that right hand side. Kimmich came up with 9 assists in the qualifying campaign. That's some going for a fullback. It's Germany's Player of the Year in 2017. On the ball now. Khedira. Germany, maybe with good reason, believe that they will always get it done somehow. Spread wide here. Kimmich's found a little bit of space. Plenty of green shirts to bearing down here. And fantastic save to deny Ozil there. Again, the goalkeeper Chu doing his stuff. Seemed Germany had to take the lead there. Goal was gaping. It's been a breakout tournament for the 26-year-old goalkeeper from the Daegu club, Chu. And maybe Son Heung-min can make things worse at the other end here. Moon, engineering a bit of space, just wanted a bit too much time in the end. Now he's committed a foul as well. And that's the 3rd yellow that South Korea pick up. Joins Tung and Lee Tae-sung in the book for South Korea. And sort of thread one through. Acrobatics from the keeper. Ozil again looking to get the wrong side, but it's cut out by Yun. Just an increase slightly in tempo now. Kroos for long range. He's certainly got a long range shot in him. We've seen that time and again. Crossbar comes from Greifswald, up on the border with Poland, and was discovered really by Germany's improvement in its scouting system. It was Goretzka's header, clawed away by the goalkeeper. Süle. Continue to be frustrated by the team who call themselves the Taeguk Warriors here, South Korea. And the news comes through that Sweden have taken the lead in the other game in this group against Mexico. So that deepens the problems. It really does for Germany now. They have to get one here. I'm sure that news has reached them. It shortly will, I'm sure.
Augustinsson with that vital goal for Sweden. Khedira lays it back again. Hector. Özil, a clever little flick, return ball. Nice stuff this from Germany. Werner! Couldn't keep it down. Could be costly. He knows it. Could be very costly. Are we watching an unfolding nightmare here for Germany? Could it get worse? His son's got it behind, but he can't get his foot to it to direct it goalwards with noise. He's made any number of last-ditch tackles on that defence in this three-game campaign as Kim Young-kwon. Tony Kroos to swing one in for not desperate Germany, not yet, but a very worried Germany, whose fans will be fully aware. News travels fast in this modern world of social media. Sweden 1 up against Mexico. As things stand in the group, Sweden and Mexico on 6 points. Germany stuck on 3. 4 if it's a draw here, of course, but that's not going to be enough. Özil. Kimmich looking at Ben one. Yet another block. Khedira tries his luck. The last time Germany ended up with as few as 4 points in a World Cup qualifying group was back in 1986 when they were beaten by Denmark in the last game, but they still went on to make the final that year. South Korea beginning to grow in confidence. Lee spreads it wide. Doesn't quite find its way back to Lee Tae-song. Tung out wide for Lee Yong to play it in, and some, well, uncertain defending before Hummels gets it away. There have been some observers watching this World Cup, not knowing the inside story, to be fair, at the Germany camp. Only the players and the coaches can know that, who've said there's something amiss with this German squad. Özil. Royce. How soon before we see Thomas Müller brought on with his, well, astonishing record at World Cups, even though his form hasn't been good here. As the cross in, Hummels didn't clear it properly and then had another chance to do so. South Korea are going to make a substitution. They're going to bring on Hang Hee-chan for his 17th cap. Jaroteng is there, and Miroslav Klose as well. Do with him out there, really, or somebody like him anyway. It was his stage, wasn't it? The World Cup. Miroslav Klose. Boateng can't do anything about it. Suspended for this game after his red card the other night. So here comes the change, and it's Koo who has to come off here, having picked up the injury. He did score in one of the build-up games against Poland in March. South Korea's form not that good in those build-up matches. They did beat Honduras, but lost to Northern Ireland, lost to Poland, lost to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and drew with Bolivia in the final prep game in Innsbruck. And here, of course, they haven't won a game so far. Well, there's no understating the size of the story that might be in front of us here. It would be an absolute sensation if Germany were to be eliminated at the group stage. Most people's favourites alongside Brazil to lift the trophy. Easily cut out again by Tang, and now South Korea in some threatening breaks. It's Moon this time. This time it's by Mats Hummels, and it comes out to Mesut Ozil. Sami Khedira is going to be taken off in a moment, and Amoka Mario Gomez, he came on the other night and made a bit of a difference. It's the striker keep somehow going back to. His international record does read quite well, in all honesty. Misunderstanding between Royce and Ozil there. Germany did end up with a team of more or less all attackers the other night. So on comes Mario Gomez. He's only used 3 times in the qualifying campaign. Mind you, he did score twice in that campaign. On comes the much-travelled striker, Gomez. His country needs him now. Still Sweden leading 1-0 against Mexico. Is Hang. Left out of the lineup today. The starting lineup by this man, the coach, Shin Tae-yong. Certainly served his time a lot with the under-20 team and the under-23s as well at Olympic Games in Rio. Germany, whose record since 1978 reads second, first, quarter-final, second, third and first. Kimmich is Werner. Werner again, getting the quality of the ball in. Not quite what was required. They do have the aerial ability of Mario Gomez in there now. Scored plenty of goals for Stuttgart in Germany, and the season just ended. Moon away by Hong. It's Hummels. Ozil almost carried on with his run. see what the idea was. Making a nuisance of himself on that right-hand side. Germany with that much possession, which they can't convert into enough chances, but maybe now. Werner. Cut back. Ozil. Can they get it right this time? Shot blocked for Toni Kroos. Goretzka in the end and went behind. Well, they'll take anything at the moment. A freak deflection, a lucky goal. And now Sweden have gone 2-0 ahead, we're hearing, with a Gronqvist penalty, his second penalty of the tournament, and it looks like Sweden are on their way to pick up a top spot in the group, I think, the way things are shaping. Sweden's goal difference to +2 as well. Here's Moon. Got inside. In. No. Couldn't keep it down. Maybe not even one goal is going to be enough here for Germany, or will it be? Because Mexico's goal difference is being damaged. That's back to 0 now. Yeah, a goal would be good enough. It's complicated, this group. 1-0 would be good enough. But can they get that goal as it stands? And if they did get that goal, Mexico, who've been going so well, could go out. Things could change here by the second. Werner. And off Hong for a corner kick. Well, a lot of people looked at this game and saw it as a routine win for Germany to settle their nerves. Hasn't proved like that at all. Ozil to float that ball in. Going on and on. And it goes behind. And again, the Germans are foiled. Just won't happen for Timo Werner. Hit into the ground. Almost unwatchable. So not only the German fans, but one of their current players suspended and one of their most famous watching on and helpless to do anything about it. Son Heung-min. Here he is again. Goes down, and I think he might get a yellow here for simulation. We haven't seen a lot of that at this World Cup. Thank goodness for that. But the referee's in absolutely no doubt there that Son was trying to take him for a ride. Yeah, that's exactly what he has decided. And he goes for the gap. He was already on his way down, was Son. I think no complaints about that. 4 yellows for South Korea now. Good play there by Hong, the left back. He's found Moon. Lively in the second half. Moon and South Korea coming into this more and more as an attacking threat. Song Heung-min lays it off. Here's Moon with a chance. He can't quite get the shot away at the vital moment. Germany living dangerously. There have been as many alarms in their penalty area as at the other end. Here's Kroos. Can he rescue them again? Werner. So cuts it inside, a breakdown of communication between him and Mario Gomez. Lee Tae-sung back to Son Heung-min. Close again. Quarter of the match remaining for Germany to do something about this. 1 goal could send them through and knock Mexico out. And also looking for the clever little ball. Again, the covering back there is very, very good from that South Korean defence. Kimmich puts it in and header straight at the goalkeeper. Chance falling to the right man in Gomez. Couldn't find the corner of the net. Tung. It's too long. South Korea coming into this game on a run of 8 matches since a win. Going back to 2010 in World Cup finals. Only got a point in 2014. Moon is going to come off. He's run his heart out, and Chu will come into the midfield. He started the last game. Another player who plays in the 2nd division in South Korea for Asan Rugongwa. Might just bolster it up a little bit more. Kroos. A lot of red shirts between him and the goal. Kroos thought about the shot, now he will. Just got the ball rather stuck under his feet on that occasion. He's going through the full gamut of emotions in the last month or so. Toni Kroos winning his 4th Champions League medal. 1 of them with Bayern Munich, 3 with Real Madrid. That goal the other night, and now really staring at what would be a calamity for German football. Thomas Muller is out there now. See if he can find his form at just the right time. It's a good looking ball in, but nobody had really attacked that near post area. Hong's ball. Ozil. Royce, who came up with the equaliser against Sweden, a well-directed effort off his knee, I think it was. Royce. Kimmich to Ben. One! Gomez was there. South Korea scramble it away. They've done very, very diligently indeed. Germany have won their group at every World Cup since 1990. What they'd give for just second place now. Just a little flick would have done it from Muller. And then Gomez couldn't make contact, but he got there first, Gomez, as well. And Sweden now lead 3-0 in that other game. They're definitely going to be going through. It's just a question of who's going with them. Germany still need a goal. Otherwise, they will be eliminated. Probable as that might sound. Here's the corner kick. Away by Yun. Here's Chu, busy little midfield player. Son Heung-min making the run in behind, and Neuer playing the sweeper keeper to some effect. I think you'd have to talk to Quinn too, as we look at the table as it stands, with Sweden and Mexico going through and Germany out. Big head work. Been a little complacent coming into this competition. The word was they were very aware that it might be a problem. And football has just lacked a bit of dynamism and hunger somehow. They need it still. Kimmich. Werner just forced a little wider than he would have wanted. Too long for Muller. Koreans giving the ball away momentarily in there. In what is now a dappled evening sunlight in Kazan. Plus Ozil. Still the build-up is studious, even meticulous, trying to pick exactly the right ball. Still with the belief that they will unpick the lock. Oh, Hummels' header there has caused a problem. It's just as well that Kimmich was back doing the covering. Julian Brandt is about to come on. Hit the woodwork, didn't he, in that last game when he came on, made a bit of a difference. He's going to get his chance now with Hector coming off. That's coming up, that change. Royce with the cross in. Behind for a corner. More good work by Tong, the tall midfield player. There is that change. Here comes Julian Brandt, preferred at this World Cup to one or two others, notably Leroy Sané. Manchester City finds himself on the beach instead. Penny for his thoughts at the moment. Sun goes for the near post, and as the net rippled when the ball bounced off the advertising hoardings, I think one or two of the South Korean fans in another part of the stadium thought it might have been in, but it isn't. Well, I do think what we're witnessing here is something quite extraordinary. I think those pictures tell the story of the tension out there for Germany now. So off comes Hang, who'd come on as a substitute. It lasted 22 minutes, and he's been hooked. And looks thoroughly fed up about it. You don't see that too often. And Poo's come on to replace him. Poo Yu-han. Germany resume their attempts here. Goes a long way. The goalkeeper got it out with his knees, I think, in the end. Good passing football here. Son Heung-min is waiting in the middle to be fed here by Poo, the substitute who's just come on, and he doesn't find the ball he needed. They had three forward there. It was 3 against 3. But I guess that's the risk Germany have to take now. Muller plays it in. Royce offside. Flag was up straight away. Only a little over 10 minutes remaining. No question that the decision's right. Yet another group that's going right down to the wire. We thought it would, this one. Hong's ball forward. He's played one or two cultured passes from that left-back position today. As for Shangju Sangmu, that's the military side. Footballers all have to do their military service in South Korea. No exceptions. Feed it forward, here's Brandt. Werner attacking from the left-hand side. Hummels. Werner. Overrun it. Too heavy a touch. Well, I don't think they can... The 2010 World Cup, when he scored 5 goals in his debut tournament. Enough for the Golden Boot. It was a tie, but it was Muller who won it on the countback system they had going. Kroos. This would be a shock of seismic proportions if Germany do fail to make. Here's Royce. And he was looking for glory there. It wasn't a terrible effort, but it had to be perfect from out there, and it wasn't. Always going to be a free kick, I think, given for that. A challenge by Pooh. It's come out for the left-hand side for the time being. Traditionally, the time for most goals in any competition is the last 10 minutes or so. Will there be Germany's World Cup life? Brandt to Muller, to Brandt again. Another block. How many have there been in that defence? And then Kroos from long way out, and he couldn't keep it down. Well, they've had enough of the ball to have won 3 matches, really, Germany. Just haven't been able to make enough clear-cut opportunities. Huge one earlier on for Goretzka. Just to underline the kind of problems Germany have been having, Timo Werner has had 13 touches in the box in this game without having a shot on target. Kroos forward. Özil. Another breakdown in the move. At a vital moment for Germany. They just can't afford it now. Is Tang looking to get the ball in, and Zula has to give away the corner. That'll eat up a wee bit more time because South Korea won't be in a particular hurry to take it. If South Korea scored, we could have the scenario of Germany finishing bottom of the group even. Here's the corner kick. South Korea can't qualify now, not with Sweden 3-0 up in that other game. But it was always the longest of shots anyway. I think it was mostly about pride for them today, and they'll take a 0-0 draw with Germany for certain. A lot of people are going to be queuing up really to have their say about the fault lines in this squad. But Özil to play one in, and still they can't make it count. Can you believe it? What a chance for Germany. Head in hands time. To score, doesn't he? Mats Hummels there, came off his shot, I think, in the end. Yeah. Well, that's a sliding doors moment, I think, for any footballer in this situation. He's going to wake up every single night for goodness knows how long. Mats Hummels, I think, thinking about that if this ends 0-0. Goal was gaping. Here's Brandt. Picked up by 2 as the clock ticks round into the 88th minute. Özil. Capped it out again. Brandt won that ball. Gets the shot away. And yet again, 2 is there. Well, I'll tell you something. German football fans are going to remember the name of that goalkeeper for a long time. To Poole. And the long-range effort from Tong is easy for Neuer, who has to get rid of it quickly now. Here's Tan. South Korea can rub it in. So many spaces for them to exploit if they do break. Talk about a tale of the unexpected. Nobody but nobody could have predicted this going into this tournament. Kroos. Still there's time. We wait to hear how long they're going to add on at the end of this. I thought the play had stopped for a moment there. Play on, says the referee, as Lee Tae-sung tries his luck. It'll be a corner. That's just what Germany don't want, because South Korea, if they're ever mine, could just keep it down there. Plus there's going to be an injury stoppage as well now. A painful one for Lee Young. 5 minutes of added time there'll be. Well, Germany did it in the nick of time the other day against Sweden. But is it too much to ask for that to happen again? Just hearing it might actually go up to 6 minutes. Going to rethink about that. Yeah, it's going to be 6. They've just put that up now. 6 minutes of added time there will be. Germany need every single second. Might even be more than that with the injury we've got in front of us at the moment for Lee Young. Interesting treatment. Just know what they're doing. So I think it's going to be more than the 6 minutes because of the little stoppage we've just had. Presuming the 6 minutes was based on the accumulations before that. Flick towards the near post, bouncing around dangerously, and South Korea have scored! Can you believe it? Germany are going out of this World Cup. Kim Jong-kwon! But a flag's up. The flag's up. It's not going to count. The flag goes up. Well, another extraordinary development in stoppage time. Yeah, it does look off, doesn't it? Kim Jong-kwon couldn't believe his luck. The ball found its way to him there in glorious isolation. The referee's assistant flag comes to the rescue. There will be a review to check that the offside has been correctly given. It certainly looked like it. And he moved back a bit to get the ball as well. Remember, this is a definitive because it's a line decision. Not a matter of opinion. The line will go in and determine. He's going over to have a look at it. It's taking some time, this. There's the flick on. Oh, it touches the defender, doesn't it? On the way through, it touches Zula. Has that played him onside? Well, more drama with the VAR. The goal counts! Germany are going home from this World Cup. It wasn't offside. South Korea's stoppage time goal, I think, confirms Germany's demise. Almost beyond belief. And Germany are going to finish bottom of the group unless they score in this stoppage time now. They need 2 goals. That's not going to happen, is it? You wouldn't rule out anything here. 2018 in Russia, the way this thing has gone. Here's Ozil. Imagine the frantic finish if Germany were to score now or in the next minute or so. Brandt. From a South Korean point of view, on the verge of something pretty famous. Won't be enough to keep them in the competition, but it will certainly be something to take home with them. Flick. Up in his own half. They're playing without a goalkeeper, you know now, Germany. little touch off Nicholas Zerler's leg was enough to make that South Korean goal stand. All over amid wild and incredible scenes in Kazan.
So let's see what comes off this time. Our shirt or...
The men in blue are ready to begin their UK conquest with the Irish Challenge. Netmeds Cup, Ireland versus India, T20 Series 2018, powered by Dalmia Cement, second T20I, live and exclusive on Sony 6 and Sony 10-3.
संदीप सिंह कमर के नीचे से पैरालाइज हो गए हैं, दोबारा हॉकी फील्ड पर कदम नहीं रख पाएंगे।
हैंडीकैप प्लेयर पर इतना खर्चा करवा रहे हैं।
मदद कर दो मेरी, मैं पैरों पे खड़ा होना चाहता हूँ।
ये मैच अब इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का नहीं है, संदीप वर्सेस पाकिस्तान है। जा बेटा,
Zimbabwe, Australia, and Pakistan. T20I Tri-Series 2018 starts 1st July through 8th July, 1:30 p.m. live and exclusive on Sony 6.
The Selecao are yet to seal a spot, and at Spartak, the Serbs must win. Whose side are you on? Serbia versus Brazil, tonight 10:45 p.m. onwards, live on Sony 10-2 and Sony 10-2 HD.
So, if you've just switched on, this is what's just happened. Do not adjust your TV. Do not tweet me. Those scorelines are correct, and it means that Germany are on their way home. So let's have a quick look at what happened in the other game, because Sweden and Mexico are on their way through to the round of 16. The mutual funds Sahi Hair moment of the day so far was the first Swedish goal.